industry has, the coaching industry has taken it across different industries like business coach, executive. You hear these terms, it's all the same to get humans to perform better, the potential. So if we looked at the industry, the first version was kind of inspirational. If you look at WhatsApp and Facebook, you'll see these little quotes where they have these inspirational quotes, right? That's the early version. And most of it was kind of written in the Bible. Blessed is the da-da-da, for they shall da-da-da-da-da. Oh, inspirational quote. And so then after that came motivation. Do you guys remember motivation? Well, there's Les Brown is the number one motivating speaker in the world. You've got greatness in you. And the way they talk, you're like, woo, you just feel great. You know what I mean? Like MLK speech. Oh, yeah, you get fired up. And the problem with motivation is that you feel good in the moment. And then when you leave the environment, you go back to normal, right? So then they said, no, the next thing is transformation. Yes, remember that. That's the business. The current business model is called transformation. And that's what the coaching industry is selling. So you need to transform your mind. And we have mindset coaches and performance coaches and healing coaches, right? But most of it is called transformation. So we transform you from A to B. Does that make sense? Andrea, I need some feedback here. Give me some feedback, my peoples.
Yeah. Beautiful.
How am I doing? Is this making sense? I mean, Tanya, does this like fit in with what you've heard before?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. 100%. If I look at, the trajectory of a lot of people's existence, that they've moved from one to the other all the way through, and I call it a cult junkie or a personal growth junkie, and we've just been going through all of these different developmental stages and calling them different names. But are you saying that the culmination of all of that is how you work, and that is a process?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there are phases in the industry.
Yes.
When there was a time when inspiration was what, if we were around like in 1950, you'd be selling inspirational quotes. Yep. In 1970, you probably started selling, definitely 70s is motivation. The motivational speaking industry was running hot. And then it transformed into coaching in the 1980s and 90s from Warner Earhart, Landmark, all these places. Transformation became a new word. And then out of that came coaching and industry. So a lot of the people are calling themselves coaches right now. It's hot industry, big. Tony Robbins, massive driver of that, right? But then Nigel in 2000 was channeled. Osho, you understand me? Higasho, you can just get a download that there's a new paradigm in town. I'm like, what's that? Activation. But how is activation different from transformation? Here it is. Best way to think of it is if you go back to, does anyone remember Microsoft DOS? Did you guys have computer back the early Microsoft?
Heard of it. Haven't heard that word in a while.
It came on a disk. Oh, you guys are all newbies. Oh, well, in the 90s, Microsoft was the big guy. Everybody had a Microsoft computer. It's called a PC. And you had to buy, if you bought one, you had to buy these discs, these round discs, not CDs, and you had to put them in, right? And install the operating system yourself. And then it would load up and go ring, and it goes Windows 97. I don't know if you remember, that was like old stuff. And then you're like, okay, it's not working. And you're like, press return. It's not working. And it says, call the help desk. So you 1-800 help desk, and you call Microsoft. Hello, I just bought your DOS, Windows 97. I installed everything, and it's just not working. And they'll say, oh, did you install the activation code? I'm like, activation code, what's that? Oh, look on the side of the box. So you see this number. It's about 16 digits long. And you have to type it in. 1, 2, 3, 3, 16, 24, the ABC. And if you type it in wrong, and then you reboot the computer, it will get activated. Oh, okay. So you type it in, and then you press Control Alt Delete, right? And the computer goes to sleep and wakes up and goes, wrong, Windows. And then all of a sudden you have access to Office and Microsoft Word and all these things. The computer has been activated, not transformed, not motivated, not inspired. It's just ding, instantly working. That's activation. It's just like a sudden awakening. And you just start functioning like you're supposed to function. Like Microsoft expected their computer to work when you unplug it from the box, and it's supposed to activate. There is no motivating the computer like, oh, let me nurture it for a little bit and take it to school and train it and go and study under a guru, Andrea, and, invest a lot of money. No, press the start button and it should just go to life. Instant, full functioning. That's activation. That's what Nigel says. Nigel says, I have talked to the manufacturer of humans, and like Agosho, I download the specification for a human. And according to the manufacturer, they're supposed to work out of the box, straight out of the box, out of the womb, in fact. Out of the womb, bam. Oh, hi, I'm a teacher, I'm gifted, blah, 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 and start talking. And the only problem they have, which makes sense, is that when they come out, they do that. They're like, and they're like, they don't understand me. Oh, you know what? I think they speak a different language. I speak aha language, and they speak the strange silent language like Andrea is talking. And not communicating. You know what? I'm going to have to learn their language so I can communicate with them. So that's what babies are doing in the first 4 years, 3. They're like, okay, take it all in. Have you seen how fast babies learn language? And they go, got it. So the word mama means that person over there. Hey, mama. And they start talking. And that's why I was asking Andrea, what did she like to do when she was 2 years old? And all my people loved teaching. They loved teaching their dolls, like, right? They were talking and teaching. And sit over there. And they're like just teaching, and they're only 3 years old. They were talking because they were ready, activated out of the box, straight out of the box. Now, they're adults, the normal humans go, oh, poor little baby must be empty. We need to put information in, send them to school and put stuff in. And the baby's like, no, I want to put stuff out. And so there's a battle in the first 2 years between incoming and outgoing. And it's called the terrible twos. Does everyone remember that, where they're fighting with their parents? And the parents goes, no, don't, no. And it's like, no, right? And there's this battle. And the only reason why the baby loses is because there's more people out there than that single child. And some of them just go dormant for a while, like the Agosho. They just like dormant, but they're not shut down. They're just dormant. And their superpowers start to build up. Their gifts are like, when are we going to go to work, Agosho? Man, we were sent here on a mission. And it's just building up and is waiting to be activated like a volcano. And the longer I wait to activate is the more explosive the volcano. So that's why Agosho is reluctant to activate, because he's been quiet for too long. And God help us when Andrea wakes up.
Yeah, fucking run for the hills.
Yes, because she is been silent for a long time. And she keeps putting her hand over her mouth. to prevent herself from exploding. So that's activation. It's a volcano sitting there, quiet, nice and pretty. And then one day it starts to vibrate. And you know what's happened? The core inside, it just wants to get out and then go, pow! And blackens the sky and burns up everything in California. And it's just and hot lava. And people are like, oh my God, there's nothing you can do about it. And then it just does what it needs to do until it's done. You know what happens after a volcano is done, Igasho? What do we call that place after it has exploded and settled down? It's finished. The volcano is activated, it's done. I'm like done. And it's finished. What do we call that? Let's ask Andrea, see what she thinks. Let's see Andrea, because she's too quiet. Andrea, unmute.
I don't know. There's a crater.
What do you
there.
think it's called? I didn't hear you. I can't.
Crater.
What do you think?
A crater.
Repeat.
Crater.
A crater. Close. You're getting close. Definitely some craters. What about Tanya? What does she think?
Extinct.
Absolutely wrong. And now we're going to go to the great Agasho.
It's regrowth. It's a place for regrowth then, isn't it?
Thank you. I'm telling you, this brother is something else. It's actually called paradise. Sorry, say more on that, Agasho. Come on, man. You see, I'm telling you, you're sitting on gold. You need to get paid, brother.
That right there, it's a clean slate. You know, you can build
it's
up.
It's clean and new and
the
rebirth.
soil's fantastic. Like everything.
Agasho, time for you to be teaching. Time for you to get paid. You see that? Come on now, say some more.
Yeah, no, it's
hello.
Like, it's a great opportunity to create whatever you want to. It's
heaven on earth. It's called heaven on earth.
Yeah.
A new world. Yes, that is the purpose of activation. Instantly after all the disruptions, it's not pretty while it's happening, right? But there's transformation happening in there because it's burning and changing things from one form to another. And when it's done, you got this fresh soil, fresh landscape, fresh everything, and you can create from scratch brand new heaven on earth. And that's why they call it paradise. So some islands that we know used to be a volcano, Hawaii, paradise, right? So don't worry when you see a volcano goes off, it means brand new beginning. And Igasho knows how to teach that, but he's too quiet because he's worried about the disruptive part of the activation and how uncomfortable it's going to make people. But he's then denying them, if you don't put them through the discomfort, they don't get to the paradise. What do you think about that?
Yeah, definitely. You can't cut a caterpillar out and make a butterfly. They got to find their strength in their wings, right?
Well, that's transformation you're talking about. I'm talking about activation. When a volcano just goes off, burns up everything around it, and then when it's done, we have Hawaii, the new paradise. What is Andrea thinking? I just want to keep her active because she's processing but not speaking. And as long as she's doing that, she's going to lose money. Andrea, what are you thinking? Just any thought. Can you hear me? Unmute.
Nothing. Listening.
What are you hearing then? Let me just check what you're hearing.
That there has to be an explosion for new things to grow.
And what do you think about that?
Thinking whether it's true.
And why didn't you say that before?
Before when? When before?
I'm saying if it's true, why are you keeping it to yourself?
Yeah.
I'm asking a question, like that's the whole point, Andrea. If you keep it in your knowledge, you won't get paid. But if you share it on this call, this is being recorded and it's going to be played on YouTube. Somebody out there is going to hear this lady, Andrea say, you know, you must have an explosion for new things to grow. And they're like, wow, I never thought of that. I need to send her some money. But if Andrea stays quiet and says, I'm just processing, Nigel, I'm not thinking, we're gonna be poor. I'm just telling you that up front. You're just never gonna make a difference in the world because your voice is too quiet. Students don't change the world. People that speak change the world.
Yeah.
All right, so Andrea, I'm interrupting you because I want you to talk, is what I'm saying. But I know Tanya wants to say something, and definitely Agusha is talking. What do you think, Agusha? I know you're thinking. I can see you, man.
I think, Andrea, I think you got to give yourself more credit. All these coaching that you're doing, you actually know more intuitively, and a lot of these things kind of like don't really like. Oh, if I.
All right, let me disrupt Agusha. I know your intention is to get her to acknowledge herself, right?
Yeah.
The best way to do that is not by telling her, but by asking her a question that makes her do the work. So can you convert that to a question?
What do you think you want to get from these coaching lessons?
Okay. Good.
What asking me?
Yes.
What? Yeah, more knowledge.
Right. And then what are you going to do with it?
collect it until I
Right.
have
That's
enough.
what I'm saying. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to you. You're going to collect a lot of knowledge. It's going to come in like this, and you're going to suffer from a spiritual disease. Would you like to hear it? It's not pretty. It's called value constipation. Repeat. Just repeat that.
Value
Andrea.
constipation.
Yes, just repeat it again.
I have value constipation.
You
Value
do.
constipation.
And you know what causes constipation is when you eat too much and it's not coming out.
Yeah.
Yep. It just builds up, and now you're going to need a cleanse and a purge and all sorts of healing things that Zach can sell you. That's what's going on with Andrea. She has value constipation. Value. It means values coming in, but it's not going out. And anything that comes in and doesn't flow through, like Agusha, is channeling, right? Look at he's drinking, right? That whatever that coconut water, I think it looks like. And at some point he's going to pee, right? Because it has to flow through. But what Andrea is doing is like, no, I'm just collecting. And she's going to have, oh, I feel bloated. I can't talk. Yeah, because you're constipated. So, I'm sorry. I told you it was like rough. So how do you avoid constipation? You make sure you're putting out more than you're taking in. Every time I learn something, I must broadcast it on YouTube to get it out. Get it out. You get paid for getting it out, not for taking it in. Let me check in with Tanya, see what she's thinking. Tanya.
Yeah, what am I thinking? I'm agreeing. Like, I agree. Like,
Tanya, this is where I'm saying for Tanya now, she's on, you don't get to agree and disagree. That's for low-level beings. You have an opinion. You're like the Supreme Courts here in America. They have opinions. The opinion of the court is that we think X. We don't agree with anything. We just think X, and X is the new thing. So that's the calling for Tanya. You have opinions, and your opinions become the new law. If you're agreeing with it, there's no change. You're just like, oh, Nigel, I agree with Nigel. No, my opinion is, and you speak with authority so that Andrea has to change because the Supreme Court of Tan has spoken. That's the thing. So my biggest problem with my tribe, right, including myself, we avoid the next level.
Okay.
Literally.
Well, how do I know that is if I don't even know the next level?
Well, that's the first thing I'll tell you. That's you're now going to, if you say that phrase, just say it again. I don't know the next level.
What's the next level?
Better question, right? But if you do if you say, I don't know, you become a student. And that's what's going on with Andrea. She thinks she doesn't know. Therefore, she has to constantly take stuff in. And I'm telling you, Andrea, you already know everything.
Yeah.
And if you want to have it to come to your mind, you got to ask a question. It's the same for Igasho. He has to have it come to her mind by asking her a question. Questions activate the next level. All right, which brings me beautifully to a diagram that I'm going to share on my screen. So, Zach, do you notice the internet is behaving now?
It's more stable for sure.
Yes,
Good.
because we have commanded it so, Zach.
That's right. It's listening.
Technology is a very low level frequency thing. Our beingness is higher than technology.
So I'm going to make you host, Nigel. Here we go.
You can just make me co-host so I can just share my
settings
thing.
don't do co-host, unfortunately, but I'll give you master.
Okay, no worries. Host. Thank you. I'll take it.
Over to you.
Mindsets. Yeah.
And also another point here as well, just as I kind of broke through and we did the introduction and jumped into this, we were just about to talk about fear as well, the turbo.
Oh yes.
So I just want to remind us of that because that was very relevant.
Please make sure I deal with that before we get off this call. But this thing will lead us into it.
Now, just to recap, Nigel, as you're doing that, just to recap for everyone, and just in some of my notes here, so the 7 levels, I think we got from the first one was inspired, motivate, transform.
No. These are not levels at all. Okay. These are phases of the human development industry.
Right.
In 1950, I've forgotten who he was. There was a guy that started the industry.
Napoleon Hill, maybe.
Thank you. That era.
Yep.
But Napoleon Hill started way back. Yeah, in 1930 something, right? But bottom line is the actual money-making part, where it's a business, was started by another guy who sold these books and tapes, and Napoleon Hill's books was part of the offerings. And so it was just a phase in the industry. In the early days, they sold inspiration, and you can get a lot of the inspiration from the Bible or from some literature from some Muslim writings, right? Yes. And then there was another phase where it became motivational. And this is where you got Zig Ziglar and these early pioneers, and they would speak from the stage and you're like, oh my God, this guy's so wise. And then it morphed into transformational, which is more about coaching and working on mindsets and all these things and healing. And we're transforming from one state to another. And that's where we are today. The coaching industry is very, very big, especially in Australia, England, and America, right? Would you agree? And Andrea is in one of those classes. You in the coaching school, Andrea? Speak, say yes, don't. Thank you. And all of those industries have a paradigm where you have to take in information. Yeah. It's like college. You know, you just take notes and take. And if you take things in, you become constipated. Also, if you take things in, you pay money out. If you give things out, money comes in. Value goes out, money comes in. If value goes in, money comes out. So Andrea is collecting value. Knowledge is very valuable, Andrea, and you have to pay for that. But instead of collecting it, why don't you give it out? What do you think about that? Be a distributor of knowledge. Dealer. I deal in knowledge. I trade in knowledge, man. I give it out in exchange for money, Andrea.
Yeah.
And for that, you have to speak. Uh-oh. So let's begin. So that's why I'm working on her, because I've got to reverse years of consumption. She is constipated, and the way you get unconstipated is to talk. You just talk. It doesn't have to make any sense. Blah, 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 blah. That's right. And then something sensible will come out about 10 minutes later. But the first set is just noise. Okay, just got to make a noise. So, my share. I'm going to share my screen, and here it is. And I'm going to borrow a voice. Can everyone see this?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, let's start with Tanya.
Yeah.
Tanya, can you read this?
Can I read it?
Yeah, out loud. Just the whole thing. Can you see it?
Yeah. So I'm seeing that, the upward moving.
No, this piece. Just read it verbatim.
Oh, beg your pardon. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so flourishing is in the top 1%. I am effortlessly attracting great health, relationships, wealth, opportunities. I'm allowing massive beneficial contributions to flow through me. I am experiencing absolute time freedom and exponential cash flow. I'm being a teacher and a role model for others. In the top 19
Great.
of
Wait,
people.
stay there. So let's get Andrea to read it. Andrea, this right here.
All right. I'm effortlessly attracting great health, relationships, and wealth opportunities. I'm allowing massive beneficial contributions to flow through me. I'm experiencing absolute time freedom and exponential cash flow. I'm being a teacher and a role model for others.
And let's hear the great Agasho. Same one.
Flourishing top 1%. I'm effortlessly attracting great health, relationships, and wealth opportunities. I'm allowing massive beneficial contributions to flow through me. I'm experiencing absolute time freedom and exponential cash flow. I'm being a teacher and a role model for others.
Let me ask the great Zach what he thinks of flourishing state.
What was that?
What do you think? What are your thoughts about what you're hearing the people say?
Yeah, every word is very purposefully placed there. And I'm feeling that by people reading that out, it's activating and collectively.
No, but what do you think about it though? Like, in fact, let's have you read it and then we'll ask you what you feel or think after you read it.
Flourishing top 1%. I am effortlessly attracting great health, relationships, and wealth opportunities. I'm allowing massive beneficial contributions to flow through me. I'm experiencing absolute time freedom and exponential cash flow. I am being a teacher and a role model for others.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts. I'm very present with that. Nothing really pops into my mind straight away.
Okay, here's a question then. Are you experiencing being in the top 1%?
Am I experiencing being in the top 1%?
All those parts, like, are you effortlessly attracting health?
I feel like I'm there for sure.
Feel like. Now, feelings means we can't measure it. Is that what you mean?
I have the health, wealth, relationships, contributions flow through me. Yeah, I'm there.
So you're flourishing. Now, look at the cash flow part. Look at the cash flow.
Yeah.
All right. So the main indicator is the cash flow. You see that graph on the left? Is that what your cash flow looks like? But I mean, Excellent.
Yeah, it is.
If everything matches, then you're in the state of flourishing. You're at the top of the food chain. And it's just a matter of scaling now.
Yeah, that's right.
So let's read the next one. Let's, Andrea, read the next one down. 19%.
Striving top 19%. I'm working hard and using my limited time to increase my health, relationships, contributions, and cash flow.
All righty. And then who would like to read the next one down?
I will.
Okay. Thank you.
Surviving 75%. I'm not dead yet. I'm still struggling and drinking water, spending my time trying to maintain my health, relationships, and cash flow so that I can stay alive.
And then who would like to read the last one?
I can do that.
Augustin. Yeah, go ahead.
Dying 5%. Experiencing diminishing levels of health or time freedom or relationships or opportunities or contributions or cash flow.
It's just getting worse. You see the graphs? So the majority of people, normal human being, when someone says, I'm just a normal human, they're saying they're surviving. And their income is flat and it's not going to change for years. It might spike up and down with a little bonus here and there, but that's it. It's not going to change. So most people who are normal, they have a 9-to-5 job. They go to work, they go to school, they go to college, and then they get a fixed income and they're surviving, especially here in America with all this Corona and all this stuff. People are just surviving, man. And then there's another group of people who are striving, Zoom being one of them. And, they're working hard, man, and everything's growing, but they still have limited time. Time is their little enemy. I don't have enough time. We just got to be more efficient. Da, 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 da. And then there's this 1% of beings that Zach belongs to, where they don't use up their time. Money just comes in almost passively and it's growing exponentially. And it's not just money, it's their relationships, it's their health. Everything behaves like it's flourishing. It's a state of mind, a way of being. So one of the questions I ask people, if we were in a big room like this, I would ask them, raise your hand if you are in the state of flourishing. And I can tell you, if there's 100 people in the room, only one hand is going up. And then we go striving, and then it's about 19 to 20%. Literally, you can count it. It's the Pareto principle. And if you're surviving, the majority of people are like, me, I'm surviving, right? And then we don't usually have any dying people in the room because they're in hospital somewhere. All right. So any thoughts there? Which group do you think you're in, Andrea? Are you flourishing, striving, surviving? I know you're not dying because you wouldn't be on this call.
Floating between the surviving and striving.
Excellent. How about Igasho? Where are you?
Striving.
Above, top, or in the middle? Or
I'd say above.
Above, like below flourishing, but you're like a top flourisher. How about Tanya? Where would you say you are?
I'm in the middle of flourishing.
So you're above that line, right?
Yep.
And then Zach, go ahead. What was that, Tanya?
Oh, I was just going to say, I don't even know what, if I would be 1%. I've got no concept of what that would feel like.
This is it. You just read it. You would know this is their life.
Yeah, well, that's
if you're having that, then you are in that 1%. If it's happening right now, you're there.
Okay, I'm in the wow factor. Yep.
Now, sometimes people are not there and they want to be. because it sounds awesome. Or they have moments when they're there, but you would know because you would talk different. And it's just like wealthy people just fly on private jets. That's what we do. And life is great. Under all economic conditions, they have this. But anyway, you would know. All right. So Zach, just for Zach's purpose.
I'm the beginning of flourishing. I'm just
on the border.
I'm in the wow. I'm in that percentage, and there's the beginning of exponential, probably the beginning of
excellent.
that.
Excellent. All right. So this is what I want to say. According to the manufacturer, if you were like made by Microsoft, and you say, Microsoft, when you made people, where did you design them to be? Dying, striving, or surviving? They say, oh, flourishing. God, the creator, source, said, no, I designed everything to flourish. Look at the forest, look at the Amazon, look at nature. It's a flourishing ecosystem, and all humans are designed to flourish. So anyone who's not flourishing has a virus that is downgrading them. So anything below that flourishing line is virus infection that is dumbing down great minds. Is Vanish back? I think she came back.
She's just packing. She's going traveling, but she's listening.
Okay. Yes, great. So, and for my people like Andrea, she's parked between surviving and striving. She's not parked. That's where it's like we call that the glass ceiling. For some reason, she cannot cross that line. And the main reason is because below that line, all they do is consume. They're called consumers. Normal human beings consume. The great ones above the line produce, share, teach, professionals, okay? And then when they get past that, which is where Tanya really is, and therefore Zach, they become master teachers. Oh, there it is. I'm being a teacher and a role model. And this is the part that Tanya has forgotten, that her new job is the teacher and role model, not the striver trying to make it and get it together anymore. No, you passed that stage. You are now a guru. Right?
All right.
And your job, yes, but the modus operandi of a guru is not the same as one of these striver people who is trying to make it and make more money. And, it's not about accumulation anymore. It's about modeling.
Yeah, I think you said that it's not about me anymore. It's about the others and the
modeling for others. Look at the last word on that line. That's what I was saying. Huh?
Professional supermodel.
Yes. The key word being super.
Yeah.
And that's why your gifts are important, because they have to be super activated, because you've got to model for Igasho. He has gifts, but it's not activated because there's no model to look at. Tanya.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, Tanya, do you realize that everything you do, and if you act below that line, people will join you.
I know.
If you act above the line, they'll join you. You are a super influencer.
I understand.
I know, but understanding doesn't count in this game.
Yeah.
I practice, Nigel. Say that. I practice.
I practice, Nigel.
Yes.
Every day.
Period. That's it. Understanding is irrelevant. It's wax on, wax on. Thank you. So that's what when I was talking to you earlier, Tanya, I'm like, wait a minute, this lady is pretending like she doesn't belong at the top. She's acting like it's all about her. That's below the line. Above the line, everything you do is for others.
No
everything.
Shit. Yep.
I know. It's like Can I just be myself? No, you're Oprah now.
I don't know who she is anymore.
She is gone off into the stratosphere. She is what flourishing looks like. She's a super influencer, gifted. Every time she goes on anything that Oprah does, a whole bunch of people do. That's you. That's Tanya. That's your next level. That's why I'm like, what is she doing? Hello? Excuse me? What are you doing? You got responsibilities, lady.
Yeah, I had huge resistance to owning myself, hey?
Owning your next level. I think you're owning the level below that, where you're like, man, I got so much personality, so many gifts, I don't know which one to do. No, that's confusion. No, you got to get up there and be responsible for all these things and bring them to order and model it so that Andrea has no chance of parking down there. She's hanging out because you're not holding court.
Right.
What is Igasho thinking?
Yeah, no, I want to say,
Wait a minute. Let's remind me where you are on this thing here, because it will help me to see what's going on with your mind.
So I'd
Roughly.
say maybe 60% up striving.
Yes. Where do you belong, Igasho?
Top 1% of WOW.
Flourishing. Your everything below the line is an error. You got a bug, buddy. That's interfering with your function. Remember, there used to be a bug in Microsoft, and you had to buy Norton antivirus to get the machine to work.
Yeah.
That's what we got going on. That's my story that I told Zach, that I was working on the Y2K bug for computers, right, in 2000.
Yeah.
And I fixed it. And like, yeah, they're like celebrating. I was working for GE Capital. And they said, oh, well done, Nigel. We love what you just did and how you did it, man. It was magical. We would like to hire you as a director in the IT department, leading our Six Sigma quality control stuff. You know, we love it. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. And then I told Zach that I heard, it's like I found myself caught in the scene of a movie where they're talking to me and like, yeah, Mr. Henry, they're like selling me the job. And then in the scene, I just blotted them out and sort of this distance, like, and I could hear my inner voice talking to me. And it said, well done, Nigel. You have fixed the bug in the electronic computer. Now go fix the bug in the human computer. I'm like, what? Go fix the bug in the human computer. Huh? And then I'm like, yes, right? Literally, I'm like, yes. And I said, Mr. Henry, are you taking the job? No. I was talking to my spirits, right? So my inner guy told me, go fix that. And the outer messengers were like, would you like a director position? So I said, no, I'm quitting right now and I'm off. And that's how I began this work, to find the bug that is interfering with the human mind and causing it to drop out of flourishing down the food chain. And the more bug is in the human, is the further down they go. And once they get to normal, it's a pandemic. Literally, it's very hard to recover once you get to surviving. That's what's happening to Andrea. She is in constant incoming, but in order to go up the food chain or that pyramid, you got to do constant outputting, speaking, teaching, modeling. You see, Tanya, you talk a lot, right, Tanya? Hopefully.
Yeah, I talk all the time. Complete chatterbox.
The more you talk is the further up you go. That's how you become president in America. You got to be a great talker. Welcome, Barack Obama, right? What's all of them, Clinton, the more they talk is the further up the political ladder they go. So Tanya, you're in there. Now it's time for you to model. You got to be on a stage, lady. And those TAN talks are what? The TAN talks are waiting. Like, we got to get those out. And you know who the audience is? Andrea.
Yo.
To get her out of surviving. She's stuck down there because she thinks she has to consume. No, we got to activate her voice.
Yep.
We've got to stop her from being constipated to get her to start vomiting. Like a volcano. It's not pretty, but it's effective. Zach, do you sell anything that makes people? Yes, sir.
And the interlude here would be, why are people stuck in surviving? Is that because of their fear and the...
No. So I know we got to talk about fear, right? But I will get there, and it's related to surviving. Everybody in surviving says they have fear. Does that make sense? What's holding you back? Fear? I got a lot of fear, Nigel. In fact, let me ask Andrea. Andrea, what's holding you back?
Fear, Nigel.
Are you sure? Are you just not? Are you copying
Nice work.
me?
You fucking agree.
No.
She agreed.
Are you sure? Are you certain?
I'm modeling. Yeah.
Oh,
fear.
don't model. What's holding you back? Why aren't you at the top of the food chain? The mountain, we call it. Top.
Yeah, the fear of failure, fear of success, fear of not being enough. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So that was great, Andrea. You started talking. Now, do you realize that as you're speaking and speaking about you're literally putting your mind on loudspeaker, the people, the audience that's listening to this, they're becoming healed because they're modeling Andrea. The more Andrea talks is the more healing happens this is a healing movement, right, Zach?
That's why we're here. Absolutely.
What's the mission or the theme of this movement?
It's about raising the vibration, raising the consciousness of the planet, teaching people how to self-heal at home.
Healing is the secret, right? The healing, the more they heal, the higher their vibration. Right. And I'm saying for my tribe, this tribe, the number one ailment we have is constipation. Andrea.
Full of shit.
And it comes, what she said? Speak up.
I said full of shit.
Well, technically, that word means value.
Yeah, feces.
Because it's called fertilizer, if you really want to call it proper by its name. And what does fertilizer do? Make trees grow.
Fertilizer, yes. It's a nicer word.
Yes, that's what it is. It's fertilizer, and it needs to come out so that the trees can grow, Andrea. If you keep it in, you're holding up the ecosystem. So I'm working on Andrea because I want her to start talking. And I think the thing that's blocking her is the belief that she's here to learn. So what are you thinking? As long as you make some noise, you'll be... Go ahead.
I feel that I don't have the opportunity to speak, and then people don't listen anyway. But maybe they don't listen.
Beautifully done.
Nice.
Now repeat that, both of those. Repeat both of those.
Repeat what?
What you just said. Repeat. You said two things, and I want you to repeat them both.
That I feel that I don't have the opportunity to speak.
Yep.
And people don't listen.
Beautifully done. Master Agashio, can you write that down? Or actually, Zach, let Zach do it. Can you write down what she just said? Those two things.
I'll put it in the chat, hey?
No. Just write it because I'm going to have you read it because you're like her note. Huh? What was that, Tanya?
I said, Zach, follow instruction.
No, Zach is not a follower. Zach is a teacher. He only do it if you agree with it, Zach. No, Zach is not
Teamwork.
a follower.
I
I
got
like
this.
how he is. He's
I'm
a
just-
leader of the movement. Where was that? Oh,
I'm
yeah.
writing it
So you're
down.
just
So I
helping me out.
don't have the opportunity
Yes.
to speak, and people won't listen to me. Is that right, Andrea?
Yeah, they won't listen anyway.
And then ask her what else, Zach.
So can you start again, Andrea, just from the top? What were they all again?
Number one,
That
don't have the opportunity.
I don't have the opportunity to speak, and I don't know where to speak, and then people won't listen anyway.
Anything
Number
else? What
three,
else is in there?
Three. Put numbers next to them, Zach. So number one, number two, number three. Number
Yes.
four.
Anything else, Andrea?
Sometimes it feels that I have nothing to say, but if I think about it, it's not true.
Okay.
What number is that?
That's 4.
Zach?
We got 4 here.
Read number 4 again so she can hear it.
So, and just correct me if I'm wrong, Andrea, but it's I don't have anything to say, or I have nothing to say is what you said.
Write it down verbatim. Yeah. So she nodded. And then say what else?
What else? What else, Andrea?
Nothing else.
She's thinking. That's what she's doing. Every time her eyes go up like that. So what you do, Zach, is you recap number one. Say number one. Zach.
Yes, let's do a quick recap.
Number one.
First one, Andrea said, I don't have the opportunity to share. Number 2 is I don't know what to say. And number 3 is people don't listen to me. And then 4 is I have nothing to say.
And then say what else?
And what else, Andrea?
Maybe I think a lot of time I feel misunderstood, and
say that again. Sorry, you feel
I feel misunderstood. I feel misunderstood. Number 5.
Okay.
And difficult to put my message into words. So it's difficult to find the words.
Yes, there it is.
Okay.
Excellent. She's doing great. So recap for her. So this is what, if she was speaking, I'd have her read that back, right? But it's normally I have the client write down what Zach is doing. But for now, we're just making it a little bit easier for Andrea by having Zach write it and Zach do the cross-examination. So just recap for her again, all 6.
Sure, let's do a recap, guys. So Andrea, you said I don't have.
Andrea is for Andrea specific.
All right. Hey, Andrea. So here we go. Number 1 is I don't have the opportunity to share. Number 2, I don't know what to say. Number 3, people won't listen to me. Number 4, I have nothing to say. 5 is I feel misunderstood. And 6, I find it difficult to put my message into words. Anything else?
No.
Those things are holding in the constipation. If all those things were cleared, she would be talking. Is that true, Andrea?
Yeah.
Yes. And that's why you can feel it, right? She was born to talk, but it's like we're pulling teeth here because those things, those 6 things are running in the mind, shutting her down. Now, do you remember, let me just check in with the great Igashu. What was that, Zach?
Someone will be answering the door in a minute. I just need to go give them something. And that means I need to
great.
just so you know.
Yeah, just pause us. But Agasha, I'd like to hear his voice because he's always, something's going on with him all the time and he needs to speak on a regular basis. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just agreeing and reflecting on my own constipation with what Andrew was saying, and it was helping highlight.
Tell us some of yours constipation. Just speak it out because you're more freer to speak.
Yeah, no, it's the same. It's more of just being undervalued. Thinking my
right
opinion.
now, for you, I want you to write down yours. Yeah. I don't feel valued. Like number them. This is the critical. This leads us to the fair conversation, Zach. Right. But this is the most critical. This will help Andrea, period. And this will help Tanya to model better. By the way, Tanya, your energy is very strong. And every time you move, I'm getting dizzy. Ooh, Lordy. Do you have to move or something going on? Your energy is strong.
I just rescued an emergency from happening in the house. I was just doing business.
Fair enough, but I'm just letting you know, everything you do affects others. It's really affecting. And that's it. That's why I love that. You're frustrated, right? Can I just do what I have to do? No, you are on a pedestal. All right. So that's what I'll let you know. Tanya, your calling has happened and you have forgotten that it's happened. And I just want you to be aware that you're on a stage all the time. You're on the Oprah show permanently.
All right.
So now you got to refine it so that it's exactly what you intended. You got to pay more attention to your superpowers now because they're working. But back, Andrea's blessing us. Andrea, do you know that you spoke and everyone listening to this call is going to be better off because of what you said? You've already affected Agasha. Because you spoke, what happened to Agasha? He started seeing his own blockages. Would you like to share any of them, Agasha?
Yeah.
Great, Agasha.
The two biggest ones for me is I don't feel valued and I don't feel heard.
Beautifully done. Now, let me ask Andrea, does that apply to you as well?
Yeah.
Do you
yes.
Add it to her list, number 7 and number 8, Zach. See that there? Because Agasha spoke, Andrea increased. You feel the gifting now? The more there are speakers in the house, is the more activation happens on the other side. Let's see, Tanya, is any of this affecting you in any way? What she's sharing and what?
Yeah, I clearing is such a good word, you know, like to clear the vision or clear the space or clear the time so that in her perspective, she can have a reminder, like, I don't know, it's something about remembering what that is.
It's true now, but I'd like you to speak in the first person about Tanya.
Oh, what do you want? Sorry, what was the question again?
How is Andrea's sharing affecting Tanya?
It's uplifting.
It's uplifting you?
Everyone.
No, speak for yourself only.
Well, I feel I totally understand and relate and feel the oh my God, I'm not sure how to say this. I understand the conundrum that her belief keeping her in that holded constipation.
Are you saying that happened to you?
I understand that, understood.
Well, I'm saying, are you in that conundrum?
I get in that conundrum all the time, you know, like.
All the time?
Yeah, it's just another thing. Well, sometimes. I mean, maybe I've got a harsher view of myself than other people would say, but for me, I feel like I'm shifting that fertilizer all the time. It's going from place to place.
Give us an example.
It's like how I feed it's almost like how I feed my imagination by shifting the fertilizer to different aspects of my life so that there's a lot of growth going on and I'm not drowning in my own fertilizer. It needs to be put somewhere. So it's
For example, the other day.
Okay, Jesus, for example.
Yes, because you're a teacher now. This is it. Your life is a teaching moment. Go ahead.
So for example, didn't feel right in the house and I needed to shift the energy and the space. So I moved that and then created a different feeling to that area where it was more functional, more reliable, and more effective and more influential in helping me live a better life.
Excellent. Beautiful teaching.
You know, like
Tanya, you need to go to somewhere in the house where there's reception.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, when you're, yeah. All right. Okay. So basically she's saying that she has some advanced tricks for transforming wherever she's limited, right? That's the level 7 moves. And I'm saying to her, you've got to model that 24/7.
I do.
Otherwise, Andrea will be stuck for a long time. But Andrea is working now because she just shared what was blocking her, but she put it on loudspeaker. And because she's put it on loudspeaker, we took notes. So she became the teacher and Zach was modeling the student. Zach, did you take notes? Excellent. That's how Andrea gets paid. When someone else is taking the notes and she's doing the talking, Andrea. That's what I wanted you to see. And also other people like Igashu was also taking notes and like, you know, I'm learning a lot from listening to Andrea. And even the great Tanya was activating her superpowers just by listening to Andrea. Yeah. So Andrea, can you see that your little short sharing of 7 limitations in your mind has affected the whole room? And if we were paying, go ahead, Tanya.
I said, Andrea's in the room.
She's spoken. She has spoken in the room. She's been in the room, but until she speaks, she makes no difference.
That's right.
Now, what we're doing is saying, okay, Andrea, just say what's blocking you from speaking. Just by speaking what's blocking me from speaking, I made a difference. Do you see that, Andrea? So all I want is your voice. I don't care what it says. It's fertilizer. It's fertilizer. Your words is causing growth in the environment. And that's why cow poop is called fertilizer and it's very expensive. Trust me, it's expensive. So if cow poop is expensive, how expensive is Andrea expression? You need to get paid, Andrea. Didn't I say that earlier? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So there's 2 things I want to do, and I don't know how much time I got left, but I would like to get them in, Zach, if that's okay.
Yeah, all go right. For it, Nigel. Sounds good.
I call the virus word that's affecting Andrea. Andrea, did you hear that? There's a virus. Remember that virus I told you? I said I'm going to find the virus. It's affecting Andrea. It's affecting you. And the way that the virus is cured, you have to see it. I see it. I can see you. It's like cockroaches. Cockroaches will eat your house as long as you don't see them. But you come in the kitchen and turn on the light and they're like, oh shit. And then they'll hide under something because they don't want to be seen. They want to eat in peace. But if you shine a light on them, they start running all over the place. Get out. We need to leave because he's got lights on. The virus in the mind requires light, and light comes out of the mouth. When people speak, they're shining light. So when you're silent, you're shining darkness. I am shining darkness. Let me just ask, is anyone enlightened by what I'm saying? Does it feel enlightening? Guess what? That's what it means. To enlighten means to speak. Gosh, enlighten us, man. Drop some words and shine some light. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I definitely think, we all put our lights
No
under a
we.
bushel.
No we's.
I definitely put my light under a bushel.
Up
and it's
until
doing-
now. Up until now.
Up until now, and it's. I feel like not only me but other people around me will benefit from.
No, don't look at them. They're copying you.
I think I will
That's
benefit
the
a lot.
Tanya thing. Other people are doing it. No, they're copying you, Tanya. If people are messed up around you, Tanya, they're like, well, you do it. Stop that, Tanya. Clean up your environment yourself, and the world around you will just clean up automatically because they're copying Tanya. If anybody, blame Tanya. Let's blame Tanya. All right. It's her fault. But the great ones don't do that. They blame themselves. So that's why we speak in the first person 100%. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah, no, I definitely think my gifts have been sheltered down for too long, and it's time
Well,
to change.
no, I have held my gifts back for too long.
I've held my gifts back for too long.
It's up until now.
Up until now.
Yes. See, it's a declaration. I'm coming out.
I'm coming down.
Yeah, lead us. You see that? Look at that. You got everyone dancing now. Look at that. See? You see how bad you are? That's what I'm talking about right there. You get paid for that. That's called performance. Did you see that? That's called a performance. Okay. Wait a minute, Andrea didn't join in. Andrea was quiet. She was like, no, we want some action from Andrea. So Andrea, beautiful work, okay? Let me show you some magic now. Oh, I'm gonna put a link in the chat that I recommend everyone clicks on. It's gonna ask you for your email, but what it's gonna do is send you the list of virus-infected words. I think I sent it to Zach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you open it by any chance, Zach?
I don't have
Maybe
it
not.
open now.
Well, hold on. Oh, chat. I'm going to place the link in the chat, but then I'm going to show people. It's in the chat, right? So just click on it. You can do it now or later. If you do it now, I can use the link. I'm going to use whoever has access to do our next session, our next piece, which Zach is going to help me with. All right. Well, hand to Andrea. Is she gone?
I'm here.
Oh, stay here. We need to hear your voice. You can't, if you go silent, it means you're gone. You got to talk. All right. Maybe Andrea, can you open it? Did you see that link? We're going to work with Andrea. Great. Now, do you see where it says virus words, list of virus words?
No, because if I go on it, then I think it will. I see virus
Name.
awareness master.
Is it asking for your name and email?
It says, okay, show me the list. Oh,
Yes.
and
click
then
on
it
that.
asks,
Name and email,
Yeah.
and then you'll see a button. And then we're going to go to work to liberate your mind, to return you back to flourishing.
Mhm.
You ready? How are you doing? Just speak what you're doing, Andrea. Like as you're typing, say, I'm typing in my name. I'm
Okay.
doing this. Keep talking.
Yeah, I typed in my name and then now my phone number. Please show me the
Okay.
details.
Skip
And
the
then-
video. There's another button.
Yeah, and there is a video, but it's 28
And-
minutes. So I guess I'm not
Wait, there's
supposed to
another.
watch.
Don't watch the videos. There should be another button.
Yeah, underneath
Download-
the video, there's two buttons.
2 buttons. Download list of virus infected
Download list.
words.
That's the one. Click on that. Click on that.
Okay. Okay, it's okay, there's a list. And
Yes. Okay. Now, do you see it, Agasha, the list?
Yep.
Great. Now we're going to go to work. So, Andrea, can you please read all the words on the left?
Virus words: not, don't, trying, hard, have to, must, need, want, can't, difficult, challenge, good, bad, positive, negative, wrong, right, you, we, but, should, because, if, probably. Physical symptoms, checking out, aches and pains, tiredness, vagueness, and yawning.
Now read it from the bottom up. Like, go.
Read this the same on the left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yawning, vagueness, tiredness, aches and pains, checking out, physical symptoms. Probably, if, because, should, but, we, you, wrong, right, positive, negative, good, bad, difficult, challenge, can't, want, need, must, have to, hard, trying, don't, and not.
Excellent. Excellent. What do you think about that list? Just whatever comes into your mind.
Well, a lot of these words are the words we shouldn't
Who's
use a
we?
lot. You're
Did-
human. There are a lot of limiting.
Stay in the first person. Just talk about myself. Just keep talking, whatever you're thinking. Just say whatever's on your mind. Whatever pops into your mind, just say it.
There are a bunch of like limiting words here, and
like which ones?
like can't and trying. Where is it? Need, have to. Yeah. Difficult,
Question.
challenge.
Yes. Question. Does Andrea say these words often or think them?
Yes.
Which one do you think you say the most?
Trying. Need, difficult, challenge, should.
Right. What about Gusho? Do you say any of these words?
I'm reflecting on words I have said and consciously.
Which ones? Which ones?
Trying, because, should, have to.
These words are like virus, HIV for the mind. And what they do, they shut. Oh, she's yawning. Andrea, is that a yawn? Did you yawn?
I didn't sleep enough.
No, it's a sign that there's a virus attack in your mind.
Okay.
So I want you to pay attention now. Just pay attention because the virus is going to be really active now. Now it's like the cockroaches. I've just shined some light on all these cockroaches and they're going to start. Oh, shit. We need to turn out the lights. We need to put Andrea back to sleep so we can eat her mind. Right. And then make her constipated. But if she's awake and she can see these words, she'll make choices. She will choose her vocabulary like Tanya does. She'll be aware that certain words shut down the human mind and she'll change her speech. She will stop taking in virus teaching from her guru and start disrupting the class. Uh-oh, did you nod without speaking? What was that? Say something. Don't just move your body, move your mouth. What are you thinking, Andrea?
That I cannot yawn.
No, you can yawn, but it's a sign that the virus is attacking you.
Yeah.
And I want you to notice it so that you get pissed off about some cockroach living in your mind. It's a bug. What the fuck is it doing in there? It's making the constipation. Talk to me. Talk. What are you thinking or feeling? Yes.
I thought that most of the time I consciously use my words and I use positive, but I shouldn't use the positive, like positive words.
Now,
But I
everybody
realized that I
thinks
use a lot
these
of
words
this
are
just only,
infected.
but
They're just infected. It's like people just talk and they're not aware that certain words are infected. And this tribe, Zach, Tanya, Gusha, Andrea, are word sensitive. We are word sensitive. That's why we feel everything, especially if you get the gift of empathy. When someone's talking, our bodies is shrinking or expanding.
Mhm.
So we are very, very careful with the word. We are speaking, but we're precise. We're like, ooh, should I put a virus in that or take it out? It's a choice. What are you thinking, Tanya? I see you thinking.
Oh,
Where's
precision.
Tanya?
Yeah, you want to be
Thank
like,
you.
yeah,
What was that? Repeat.
you want to be precision grip, Andrea. Or
Even the first person.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. She recovered.
I'm
Now,
like,
want is a virus.
pardon?
Want, isn't it, Andrea? Want is on the list.
want it. Yeah.
Are you a wannabe, Tanya? It's a virus. You're not a wannabe. You are a great one. You're not want to be a great one. So that's why that word wanna has to come out. I am the great Tanya. I'm not becoming. I don't want to be. I am.
I am.
And
Yeah.
that's how you speak with power and precision. You can't be multitasking when you're talking like that, because people are going to like, what did she just say? She said, I am the I am. Woo! She thinks she's God. Woo!
He thinks she.
Incoming bullets. Right. They'll be shooting. All right. Stay focused, Tanya, because your presence matters, and whatever you do gets reflected in the environment. Andrea is processing. Look,
Yeah.
You see her hand? It's on her mind. And all I want her to do is whatever she's thinking in there, put it on loudspeaker. What are you thinking in there?
How come I can't see Andrea? Like, is there not a whole page that we can see?
Let me check if it's me. It could be my settings, because Zach gave me full permission. I can see her. Is Zach gone away? Is he coming back?
You can't see me, Tanya.
I see you, Andrew. Andrew, what are you saying? Come back. What do you say?
No.
Something, whatever you're thinking.
No, I was just
Thinking.
struggling to stay present because I have this. My mind just want to
Headache?
check out.
I know.
Yeah,
That's on. It's on the list.
virus.
It's on the list. It's a physical symptom. Checking out.
Yeah.
Look on there. Sign of virus attack. Keep going. Keep talking though. Keep talking. I don't care what you say, as long as you make a noise. What else are you thinking? Noticing? I am noticing.
I'm noticed, like, it's funny because since we are looking at this, I'm looking at this list, like my mind wants to check out. It's like very difficult to stay present.
That's
and
attack.
Yeah, and then I'm also feeling very funny. I feel like vomiting.
Oh, the gosh, she's cleansing. She's cleansing. Yes, this is the volcano activation. It's not pretty. Did I mention it was not pretty? So if you want to vomit, please vomit. Just let it out, because it's got to come out. Keep talking though. You got to keep talking. If you keep talking, you're going to vomit, which is good.
I'm sitting here and downstairs in the playground.
Look in the camera. Look in the camera. Stay looking. Keep your eye on Tanya. Can you see her?
Yeah. Well,
Just,
when I can
Tanya,
see.
all you have to do is, Tanya, is to be still for her so that she can focus on some model. That's why I'm telling you, you can't be moving around because people need you to anchor. So now just look at Tanya and talk.
Okay.
What you're noticing, just whatever you're noticing.
This
I am
list made me
noticing.
uncomfortable. I'm noticing that this list made me uncomfortable because yeah, I'm using because I thought I wasn't using virus words and that, but no, but
I am. Just
obviously
keep talking. It's okay.
using a lot, then it's very difficult to speak.
Yeah, just keep talking.
Oh, I just used the difficult. See?
Oh. Yes, at least you noticed it. You noticed it. That's the difference. In the past, you were talking like this and someone was spraying it in your mind, probably your teacher, and they didn't know they were doing it because they're in the pandemic. Now, with this list, like, wait a minute, I'm speaking virus and my teacher's speaking virus. No wonder I'm stuck in survival. And if I'm in this group with Tanya in a super focus mode and Agasho in his download holding space mode and Zach in his command Captain Kirk position, there's no way Andrea is going to be parking in survival because she has to pay attention. And especially with Tanya in her super command position and Nigel demanding Andrea's voice, she has to break free. Talk to me, Andrea. Just say anything. I don't want you to listen. The longer I talk is the worse it is for you. You were saying, just say, I'm noticing. I'm noticing. Just whatever you're noticing. Could be visually, mentally, emotionally. Just say that word. I'm noticing.
I'm noticing that it's very uncomfortable to be called out, and then, you know, but I guess it's good for me. It has to be done. Yeah.
What else are you noticing?
Very uncomfortable.
Zach, your talk is perfect.
He's not here right now.
No, he's here. I can see him.
I'm back.
Yeah. All right. Andrea, stay with us. Look, stay. Watch Zach. Keep your eye on Zach. All right. Zach, what I'd like you to read is Andrea's 7 things from number 1 to number 7. Now, Andrea, watch Zach. Just keep your eyes locked on him. Go ahead. Number 1.
All right. Number 1 is I don't have the opportunity to speak.
Pause. Don't say anything, Zach. Andrea, did you hear a virus word?
Yeah.
Which word was it?
Don't.
Zach, circle that word. Just circle it right there on number
Circling,
1. Just circle it. Don't show it to her. Just circle it. You don't have to show it to her. I just want you to, you are her handwriting. It's okay. Now, Zach, read number 1 without that word.
Reading number 1 without this.
It.
I have the opportunity to speak.
Wait a minute. She checked out, Zach. Zach,
no, I'm
she's
here.
Not looking at you. Look at Zach. I can
I'll
tell
say it
you
again. So
No, Zach. No. What you missed is she did a lot of work while you were away. And she noticed that she was checking out, and checking out is on the list. She noticed that she's speaking virus and all the virus words she noticed. She's awake. Zach, this lady is activated.
Woohoo!
And yes, I don't want you to patronize her. I want her to keep her in the heat.
Okay.
She said it. She wanted to vomit just before you got here. She was about to puke, which means anti-constipation.
Beautiful.
So, Andrea, I just want to keep you in the heat. And Zach, I want when you're back, and what you're doing is holding her voice for her on that piece of paper, but It has virus in it, and she didn't see it before. But because she sees the list now, she can spot her own virus. So just stay with number 1 again. So
Number
which
one.
word was it? No,
Num-
Zach, I'm really speaking in the normal session, she would do her own writing. But this way I get Zach, keep you in command position and keep you engaged. And that's why I wanted to look at you. I wanted to look at you. All right. And then you're with me, Zach. So what are you thinking there, Andrea?
That I do have the opportunities to speak. I just have to
Excellent.
create it.
Let's stay with number one. Read it with the virus, Zach.
Reading it with the virus. I don't have the opportunity to speak.
Uh-oh, she's gonna puke. Uh-oh. Unmute yourself, Andrea. Keep your voice, your mic open so you can get paid. Okay. Look at Zach. Keep your eye locked on him. All right. And if you're going through any emotional stuff, right, just let it happen. Don't try and manage it.
Okay.
Just let it come out. If you want to cry, just burst into tears. Hold space for her. I got you. You know, you got that superpower, right? Just do your magic. And then I like what Tanya's doing. Tanya is modeling. She represents awareness at the highest level. Zach is a leader. He has to take the people to promised land. Zach has work to do. He's a conductor, he's an orchestrator, everything. Agasha, what was your purpose again? You said it at the beginning. Nurture. This is nurturing, Agasha, what you're doing. Because of your work, Andrea gets the function. She's healing. Your nurturing energy is doing work. Tanya, do you notice how Agasha holds court very strong and very steady? It's just constant. That's why we can do this work with Andrea, because everyone is now playing their role. Tanya is modeling. Zach is leading. Agasha is nurturing. He's just sending out all sorts of superpower energies. And Tanya is talking. Can you feel that now? You see it working? Everyone, when all the greats are doing their part, activation occurs naturally. The other thing is Tanya keeps getting checked out by this virus. And I wanted to lock in on her leader.
Andrea does.
Andrea, stay locked in, because as soon as your attention goes away, that's when the virus attacks you. And that's what it wants. It wants you to do this. Oh, you know, I can't think. Stop that. Just come back and lock in, right? You'll be fine. All right. So again, number one with virus.
I don't have the opportunity to speak.
Can you say that, Andrea?
I don't have the opportunity to speak.
Now I want you to say it without the virus.
I have the opportunity to speak.
Put it back in. Good, good. That's the sign. She's clearing. Oh.
Do you want me to vomit on
Where are you
camera?
going?
No, thanks.
Yes, she's vomiting. Excellent. Guys, this is activation in progress. Is it pretty? But why did she start? Because she's talking. She's getting it out. You feel it? And most people, when they begin activation, the first place that starts hurting is their throat. That's why they cough. And it feels like they want to vomit, but they're also having ancestral memory of when they were hung from talking. These were the people that in their previous life was burnt at the stake. I hope that makes sense. It's pretty deep stuff. Agasha, this is your work. Okay, you back? Just keep talking and drink water. You need water now. This is when you need some water to lubricate that voice. All right, so normally I don't do this kind of work on the street like she's on the street, right? Where I'd be in the studio like Zach is. And if there's other people like Angel, Tanya, did you hear your title there? That's the real identity Tanya, the super identity is angel. And until you say that phrase in front of your name, your superpowers are not going to activate.
Okay.
Did you hear it? You got to own that.
Okay.
And once you do, you are the Rolls Royce for humans. I know, that's it. Breathe that out. Yeah, see? It's a strong stuff. Tanya, your title is angel. That's the title that activates all of your superpowers and allows you to morph in and out of any human character you like. It's a very, very high calling. And you may have to cry to release the old identity that you thought you had, right? So if you feel like crying, just let it out. Do you feel like crying, Tanya? Come back, Andrea. Let's do some work. Yes.
All right.
Let it. Yes, it's called cleansing. All right, welcome back. So Andrea, don't run away. Let it happen in live because it's called vulnerability. This is activation. What's that? Oh, that's Andrea, right? So Tanya, look at Tanya, Andrea. Just look at her. Andrea, look at Tanya. Does she look sad to you?
No.
Well, let's ask her what she's feeling. What are you feeling, Tanya?
What are you feeling?
Tanya, what emotion are you feeling?
How much feel?
There it is. That's the one. Look at that. That has a name, my friend. It's called the gift of sadness.
Called
The
what?
gift of sadness. It means that you're releasing an old attachment, an old identity is releasing from your temple so that the new and real true identity that keeps you in flourishing mode can take up residence. It was just like, oh, finally, we got some space up in here. So you got to try it out. Tanya, the angel identity is the highest identity on earth. While you're here, it's called an angel on earth. And as soon as you claim it, all superpowers activate. But how many people walk around saying I'm an angel? You see, it takes courage. And it is the best role model on earth. And you have it already. You're just in denial up until now. Would you agree? So, Zach, you can tell me if it's true, right? Zach, you know the truth, right? Morpheus, man, talk to me, my brother.
Seeing Morpheus in action, it's inspiring.
Yes, this is Morpheus to Morpheus. That's my twin Morpheus there. Zach is my twin Morpheus dude. He has work to do, right? Zach is on the case. He's holding court, command position, wearing his black. You see that? I see you, Zach. I see you.
Attention.
Right. But back to Andrea. How are you feeling and what are you thinking?
Physically, I feel better.
I'm thinking.
I'm thinking.
Or what I'm noticing, open your
to-
eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes, open your eyes and look at Andrea. Keep your eyes locked on Andrea. She's the model. You got to stay with her. Stay with her. What do you, just say, I'm noticing, and whatever you're noticing. It can be emotions, sensations, feelings, thinking, but keep locked on her because every time you turn away is to get you out of your thing. What are you noticing?
Yeah, I'm noticing that I have this need to building up to speak. The need is a virus word.
Excellent. She spotted it. Zach, you see that? She's awake. Stay with us, Tanya. Stay with us, Tanya. Actually, don't wipe those, Tanya. Let it flow. Let it flow, Tanya. It's cleansing. It's called cleansing. This is for Tanya. She's trying to fight the gift of sadness. It's cleansing you, lady. Just let it roll down like, ooh, ooh. Don't in fact, blow your nose, don't suck it in. They're like, no, let it out. Okay, we might need to let Tanya speak for a minute. She needs to clear. Tanya, just talk while you're crying. Go ahead.
I'm crying because on some level, I feel the inhumanity of the crimes and the behavior of illegal shit that's happened to me. And yeah, I'm crying and I'm sad about it, but it's also exploding through the top of my head. Like I hold it here the whole time. And right
Let
now,
it out.
not it is going out. It's just the pressure is moving up through my head. It's just a release through my.
It's because you won't open your mouth. It needs to come out through the mouth. If you don't speak, it will go up here. We want it out here.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes an F-bomb will assist. Okay, just let you know, a little F-bomb here and there gets it out real quick.
Yeah, it was fuck here, fuck there, fucking everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. But little, don't go crazy with it. It's a bomb.
It is a bomb.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so you know, I can feel my bombs going on.
You need to get them out. You don't just, it will pressure if you don't speak it out. That's what we're doing, Andrea, is getting her to express herself. Get it out. Otherwise, it will go in there and put tension in the temple. Get it out. And so I just went off on one of my clients this morning. What the fuck? Oh, yes, I have to drop a bomb every so often to clear the space. I don't have time to wait for you to transform.
Yeah,
Fuck
right.
that. We're getting the job done now.
Yeah.
Are you with me? Now, we have authority to use equipment to clear space and clear people. We don't have time for transformation. I'm sorry, Morpheus. I'm just like, it's just raw. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I mean,
Blame on, brother.
Well, if it was a coaching environment, you see, I'd get fired and all sorts of manner of legal shit would be hitting me. But I'm in a coaching environment and we have authority to clear space real fast, like today. So, Angel Tanya, do you recognize yourself as a super angel?
Yes.
You need to communicate that to your environment so that don't fuck with you. Okay? I'm an angel. That's why I'm so different. That's why you can't understand me, because the angel is like the highest fucking frequency on earth. You need to come up here to understand me. I don't like going low because I'm a flying being. I'm like a super high orbit performer. You need to join me, not the other way around. But it's uncomfortable elevating. It takes turbulence to climb up in there. But you can do it because God made you like me. You just have so much virus. You see?
Ask it again.
I'm just here to remind you how you're supposed to be. Look at me. That's how you're supposed to be, like me, Tanya. So that's why I'm going to do some Tanya talks to tell everybody what a Tanya-ism is and how you need to pay to become like me.
Yeah. Throw people bombs.
Hello? So that's what you need to say, Tanya. Otherwise, you'll be crying all day. You need to just get that shit out. Oh, sorry, fertilizer out.
Yeah.
It's fertilizer.
Yeah.
Right? Doug, I mean, I think whoever invented that four-letter word did not recognize the economic value of that substance. I remember one of these clients, he started copying my stuff, right? I'm like, dude, you need to pay royalties, dude. And he's like, no, this shit is on the internet. I'm like, I put it on the fucking internet. I'm like, and furthermore, you call it shit, I call it fertilizer. You have to buy that. Fertilizer, you have to buy. Farmers pay money for fertilizer. Cows are expensive. and they have to eat grass to produce fertilizer, and they collect that fertilizer and sell it in the marketplace. That's what I'm doing. But you're calling the shit. You're devaluing it. I want to get paid, Tanya. It's time for you to get paid. Okay, I know I feel a little uncomfortable that Igasho, the great, has been too quiet for too long. If you listen, you'll get constipated, Igasho. You got to say something.
Yeah, no, I am just
you're thinking and feeling.
Yeah, I'm aligning.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking about how I want to conduct myself. To
what was that?
How I am going. How I am.
Let me give you a word. Tanya, in fact, I'm going to let Tanya give you this word so that she practices being the model. Tanya, can you give him this word for me, please? I intend.
Activate.
Yeah, give it to him though. Says, give it to him like, Igasha, this is the word you're looking for. It's from an angel, it's a gift from an angel.
Well, oh, phew. Okay, I'll deliver it to you from an angel, Igashu.
As the angel Tanya, I here give you a word called intention. Please use it in every sentence. Just say it like that, Tanya. As the angel Tanya. Yes, you got to own your identity.
I give you the word to use as to be intentional.
Just the word intention. No, don't explain it. Don't explain it. He will get it.
Just the word.
On time. The only problem is we didn't hear your title. You didn't announce your title. It went muted when you said it.
Angel Tanya. Wow.
As the angel Tanya.
As the angel Tanya.
I gift you the word intention.
I gift you the word intention.
There it is. That's what you get paid for, gifting people words.
Wow. Okay. Thank you.
That's it. As long as you stand in angel mode, you just gift out words and get paid. Wow. But because he's part of the tribe, it's family rates. You see, you're giving him family rates.
100%.
But when you're on the TED stage, you get paid for gifting out words, the words of an angel. Angel T. Angel T. Right. What? Say something. That's what is I? Did you damn the Lord?
I said, God, not damn.
God is great, as they say in the Arab country. Yes, I am great, just like my creator.
I am great, just like my creator, Angel T.
That's better. Thank you. Isn't that sweet? Angel T in the house.
Yeah, she's
We have an angel in the house. And soon, Angel will be joining you. That's why I wanted to lock in on Angel T. She's above the line. And now that she owns her super title, all powers are now activated. Can you feel it, Angel T?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, talk.
I feel
You
sweet.
feel it. I know.
I feel nurtured. I feel seen. I feel.
That's it. It's okay. You don't have to say it. You're radiating. She's going to glow after this, Zach. Trust me. She's going to start glowing. It's an angel thing.
I can see it.
You can see it, right? It comes after the crying.
Very obvious.
After the crying, there's a glow that's going to happen. She's going to start radiating.
There's a twinkle in her eye.
Yeah.
It is. I'm trying to tell you, man. That's an activated angel right there. And now she just has to be still for the purpose of Andrea. You see? Andrea is an angel waiting to be unleashed.
Got it.
But she's trapped in survival and she can't see the virus because the angel T hasn't been shining her light.
Oh my God, I'm letting the team down.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell her, Zach. You're important, Angel T. You have the highest title. And as long as you are present in yourself, fully grounded, you don't have to do any work because Andrea will just lock into you and just find herself being elevated. As long as Igusha, I think he's doing the most work in this room. This guy is on purpose. And that's why I just want him to talk every so often so we can hear how he shifted. But he is working. That guy has a lot of gifts and he's following his purpose, nurturing. He's creating the environment that we're functioning in. I can only do this work because the great Agashya is in the room. Do you acknowledge yourself there, great Agashya? You need to own that title, man. Just great. The G word.
Yeah, no.
The G word, man. The G wagon.
Yeah, no. I'm a gangster about it. You know, this stuff's
Thank
fun.
you.
This stuff is.
Thank you. Good. Just keep doing what you're doing and interject with words so you can get paid. Because if you do it silently, people won't know it's coming from you. And they're like, oh, I had such a great day today. I'm like, did he get paid? I guess you. No. Was he doing something? Yeah, he was holding the space. Oh, we didn't know because he didn't say anything. I gosh, you got to talk, buddy. Voice is the moneymaker. Meanwhile, back to Andrea. What are you feeling or noticing? What are you noticing? I just want to hear what you're noticing. Anything. You're thinking?
Nothing much.
Wrong answer. So if you say nothing, it means you're dumb and nobody pays for that. So what I recommend is make something up. Okay, actually, we were doing number one. Let's do number one again, Zach.
With
Her
virus
#1.
or without?
Yeah, just with.
I don't have the opportunity to speak.
Can you say that, Andrea? Just say it.
I don't have the opportunity to speak.
Now take out the virus. And say it again without
I
the
have
virus.
the opportunity to speak.
Put it back in.
I have the opportunity to speak.
Put the virus back in there.
I don't have the opportunity to speak.
Take it out.
I have the opportunity to speak.
Put it back in.
I don't have the opportunity to speak.
Take it out. We're just going to keep repeating it for about 10. Go. Just
Okay.
keep going.
I have the opportunity to speak. I don't have the opportunity to speak. I have the opportunity to speak. I don't have the opportunity to speak. I have the opportunity to speak. I don't have the opportunity to speak. I have the opportunity to speak. I don't have the opportunity to speak.
All right, let's stop there.
Mhm.
Question. Which one of those statements is true?
I have the opportunity to speak.
Let me just have Tanya look at her. Tanya, the angel energy, just look at her and you'll activate her just by looking at her, right? Sorry, which answer was true?
I have the opportunity to speak.
Which one have you been saying the most?
The other one, I don't have opportunity to speak.
Is that the truth?
No.
You know what we call that? A lie.
Or yeah.
In other words, for God knows how long, you've been lying to yourself. And I'm going to switch to Angel Tanya now, Angel T. Anyhow, an angel starts to lie, their body starts to break down. Literally, their body starts doing weird shit. This is why we're in the healing. This is a health movement, right, Zach? Like greatness through healing.
That's right.
For angels, the #1 physical, like cause of physical ailment in their body is lying. And the virus makes angels lie. And then they go down real quick. What are you thinking there, Zach? I can see you're processing. Put it on loudspeaker. Whatever
Well,
you're
that's so
thinking.
relevant. That's completely I'm noticing, remembering all the people that are sick of mind, body, and spirit, and they're lying to themselves. That's totally
in their
totally true.
minds first. The body follows the mind.
Right.
So Angel Andrea has been lying, just not intentionally, but the virus word, she didn't see it up until now. It's invisible. That's why I printed it so you can see it. And now that she sees it, she's like, oh, I just look at virus word. Oh, she's aware. That's all angels are aware. And when they go blind, which is what the virus does, they start to lie. And as soon as they lie, their body goes down and the whole thing goes down, their vibration goes down, and they crash and die until a super angel, Tanya, Angel T, comes and shine a light on them and give them better word through the Angel T series of talks. She's thinking, everybody's processing. I can see it. What is the great Agashio? How is he thinking? What is he thinking? Put something out, buddy. I am, start with I am.
I am reactivating old codes within me.
Such as, example, like we did with Angel T, we like, give us a real life example.
Like I'm reconnecting to the cells of my body and just connecting to the ancient roots.
So what I'd like to do is to put that into words. Oh, that was a word. So I'd like you to say that as affirmation. Everything you just said, but say it with affirmation mode.
I'm reactivating the cells within my body and connecting them.
Pause. Just like one, that's one affirmation right there. But I want you to add a word. Ready? Add this word now in there. Go.
I am now activating my cells within my body.
Pause. Repeat.
I am now activating my cells within my body.
And you know what the cells are doing? They are now activating because you said so. And if you add the breath to that, it's all over. The breathing. This is super healing. This is what Jesus was doing. Lazarus, come to life now. And I'm like, fuck, but I'm dead. No, I'm a super angel. You get to listen. My words override your DNA. That's Tanya. When she's centered and badassery. Stay in your badass nature. All right. That's what Agashi is returning to. Like he thought he was just thinking out loud, but he's commanding his cells. What else are you commanding out there, great Agashi?
I'm connecting to my ancient roots.
Put the now in there.
I am now connecting to my ancient roots.
That's the historical memory. Is going way back and connecting to superpower to bring it back to present so that he becomes the embodiment of all the roots. See it? Keep talking. And that's the breath. Yes, the breath. Go. Add the words and the breath. If you do the words, it affects the people in the room, Agasha. If you don't do the words, it's just personal.
I'm now connecting to my ancient roots.
Now, let's see how we bring Andrea into this. Whatever Agasha says, I want Andrea to say it. Go, Agasha.
I am now connecting to my ancient roots.
Andrea.
I am now connecting to my ancient roots.
I am now connecting to my inner being.
Can I pause you for a minute, Agasha? There's a virus word that's not on the list, and it's the advanced practice. I'm giving it to you because this is a Morpheus gathering. I'd like you to delete the word to. It's a virus word. It means not now. And so replace it with. I am now connected with my ancient root, not to. To means not now, but with means click, just happened. Go, Agashu.
I am now connected with my ancient roots.
Done. It means it's a done deal. It's not you're not trying to do it. It is done. Andrea?
I am now connected with my ancient roots.
And for Andrea, she has to say it until she feels it. Whereas Agasha has so practiced that you can feel that it's done. It's like click, 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 click. Andrea still has virus to cleanse out. Because as she's saying, she's like, I'm not sure if I feel it. Virus words in the mind. Is that correct, Andrea? You can hear your mind like doubting, right? It just means there's virus still running around there. Does that make sense? But as long as Agasha holds strong and Angel T is centered, you have to melt down on the spot. Angel T, can you now see why you're important? You're holding the highest vibe in the room.
I got it.
No, you don't got to get it. You get to give it. You are the giver of it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I am. This is how you give. You just speak in the I am. I am. As long as you say I am as Angel T, I am the highest frequency, I am this, I am that. Now you are grounded in it. It's not getting it. Don't give a damn what people think. It's all about the I am now. That's the issue there, great one. You only live in the I am space.
Thank you.
So who are you? I am.
I am the highest frequency.
You left out your title.
Sorry?
As the Angel T.
Oh, yeah. As the MC, I am gifted high frequency.
I am the highest frequency. I am God's gift to the planet. I am the role model. I am the Rolls Royce. You're just affirming all these things. It's super badness. And if you have any vibes, you're like, wait, I don't know if I'm living up to that. Yeah, you got to cleanse that shit. That's got to go. So there is no doubt about it. If there's any doubt, you got virus. Ooh, she's adjusting. Like, let me fit into this, right? So Zach, just call her by that name, because every time you call her by the name, it activates. And this is why I didn't want Agasha to say, people call me all sorts of things. No, you will call me by my highest title. I wish to be known as Angel T, just like Prince. I am the phenomena formerly known as Prince. You will call me by my name, Muhammad Ali. It was so deadly. Some guy called him Cassius Clay. And he's like, your name is Clay, brother man. No, my name is Muhammad Ali. I changed it. It means voice of God. You ain't no voice of God. You just a black man just like me. Your name is Cassius Clay. My name is Ali. I was like, okay, you shall pay for this. And it was the most deadly fight that Muhammad Ali had. They literally, the commentators, he is punishing the opponent. Someone should stop this fight. And Ali was like, pow, what's my name? Pow, what's my name? Pow, 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 what's my name? Negro, pow, what's my name? Oh, you will call me by my name because my name matters. And Angel T, your name matters because it activates your superpowers and keeps you in flourishing mode. Okay? It's your brand now, and your brand is your money. Oh, I'm sorry, I feel a bit strong today. What's up with that? I feel like, okay, let me check in with Andrea. Andrea, how are you feeling? What are you thinking? And then we're going to take a commercial break so that Zach can remind the people what they're listening to. But let's hear from Andrea. Andrea, talk to us. How are you feeling? What are you thinking? Anything. Just feelings first.
Feeling tired.
I'm feeling tired. Keep talking. What else are you feeling? Okay. Now, you notice you have an opportunity to speak.
Yeah.
That's the first affirmation. I'm giving you the opportunity to speak, but you were programming yourself that you don't, and therefore you don't speak. So, Zach, that list needs to be sent to her for her to review and remove virus and affirm. And if we had a nice session, I'd have Igasho work with her to make her affirm the truth. Or we could keep the team together so that there's constant activation going on between each other. Like Angel T has to stay on a frequency, Igasho has to hold nurturing space, Zach has to keep command of leadership and directing and disrupting, and Nigel, we need to move on, da, da, da. And Andrea has to keep talking and speaking the truth, Zach. She has been accidentally lying because the virus makes people lie. And when an angel, Andrea, starts lying, all functionality starts shutting down. Mind shuts down, body shuts down, headache. And when you ask her, what are you thinking? And then if she says, I don't have nothing to say, you'll hear a virus word in that. I don't have anything to say is virus talk. So we have a whole virus. In fact, I have a group called VAMP, V-A-M-P. And all we do is practice talking to make money every Monday. That's it. Now, I think, let me check in with Zach. What's his reading on the situation? Because I'm feeling maybe time to pause on this episode.
This has been, and I'm sure you guys can agree, a high value 3 hours. This has been, and from what I said to some of the other people, this is a life-changing experience. And you guys have been the ones that showed up. So Iggy and Angel T, the great Agasho, the great Andrea, you know, thank you guys for being here. And obviously, Nigel, thank you so much for your time and insights and for your activation and your practices to stay high vibe and your commitment to this work, because it's activating us and we feel it, we can see it. And it's really cool. It's really cool. It's inspiring. So I'd love to have you back. If you want to come back again, we can continue the conversation and we can keep this happening.
We're going to see the upgrade from Angel T because she's going to be out in the world in her angel mode. Yes. The great Agasho has to get paid for his presence and his work. And that's why I wanted to list the gifts, because that's how you package it. You package gifts as business offers, right? So we're going to talk about moving from this. Most of what we've been doing is like the spiritual realm, identity, angel, gifts, purpose is very spiritual. And in some quarters, it's very woo-woo, right? But it's where we come from. We're from that end of the spectrum. And then we move it to the right, to the physical, okay? The manifestation, to cash flow. So, but first we must go back to the factory and reset there so that we move to the mental, get that cleaned up. This is the virus thing that's affecting Andrea. And then once our voice is cleaned up, our words have potency, activational power comes out of our mouth, and things change like volcanic. And as the great Agasho has said, you will have paradise in your life after the vomiting is over. You feel that? And we are not ashamed or afraid to make you uncomfortable. As Andrea felt it, right? Right there. I'm going to be sick on camera. What? Right, Andrea, you're beginning to glow. We can see you. Can you see the difference with her, by the way, and Angel T? Look at that. She's ready. But it's just more talking and ongoing. So whenever the next one is, Zach, we're going to do it. I'm willing. Like, I found my peoples. You've been holding fort. I prayed for this group. Like, God, where's the people? Because most of what I'm saying, dude, I can't say this to normal humans.
Sure.
This Zoom call would have cleared by now. I gotta go. I'm really uncomfortable with this. Click, right? But everyone on this call has been, I'm raw. I'm not even raw. I'm just real, right? I have not dumbed anything down, Agasho. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I have.
You have permission.
I've really.
Go ahead. So I want you to model it though. Your problem is that you're trying not to go full Agasho mode because people get uncomfortable. No. And then it's the same for Angel T. They're supposed to join you, not the other. You don't come down. You stay there and blaze the light and then go, why are you so bright? Because you need to join me. That's why. Oh, it's hard. Yeah, virus talk, right?
Yeah.
And this is, you see, Andrea will be teaching virus awareness. That's how you're going to get paid, Angel G. You'll be in, Andrea, I'm talking to you. You're no longer a student. You're a master teacher. And what you teach is awareness, the angel of awareness. You teach people how to pay attention. And first, you're going to liberate yourself from these cockroaches in your mind by practicing this. If there's an offer, I mean, I have to get permission from Zach, but it will be, in fact, I would like to set up something so this group practices virus awareness. And my intention from what I can see is that Andrea is leading it. Yes, leading it, meaning she cannot sit there and be quiet and lead. You can't lead by being quiet. And when she has responsibility for others, she'll be talking. Students don't have any responsibilities. They just have to show up and take notes. Your days are done, Andrea. You're now the teacher. What are you thinking?
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. Let's do that. I love that. You hear it? Let's do it.
Yeah.
See, look at that. You see how my man likes that? He goes, she's like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Bless us out, Zach. Oh, Zach wants me to talk about turbo, the gift, the phenomenon previously known as fear. I'm just going to touch on it, but we're going to use it as the exit and the entry. Is that okay, Zach? Like,
sounds great. Sounds great. And how
all
can
right.
people find you, Nigel? What's the best place? And I'll obviously connect everyone together here with you, but just for everyone listening.
My website, where everything is called greatnessactivation.com. And then I recommend that you do /COMP, complimentary, COMP, comp. So greatnessactivation.com /comp. And that way we get connected. And if necessary, we have a complimentary session and you feel that I do a one-on-one version of what we did here. The group is much better, but some people like individual attention. In fact, I would recommend that for Andrea. In fact, everyone, I'm going to offer every member of this gathering a complimentary session. So please do that, because then I can do individual work on you so that when we get back together, everybody's moved up a notch and I can distribute all the advanced stuff. It goes faster one-on-one, but it's more effective in group mode, if that makes sense. So what I'd like to do is offer Angel T, the Great Agasho, Andrea, and Zach complimentary one-on-one. You have to click on that link that Zach puts in the thing, and it has to be scheduled. We'll do work, and specific individual stuff will just get done. There's no fee unless you want to buy stuff, and I might sell you something, but I have to talk to Zach about that so he can get paid, right? Either way, I'd like to offer a complimentary session to anyone that's listening or is participating so that we can speed up the activation rate. We have work to do, my peeps. Yeah. All right, that's it. I can talk forever.
Fantastic. Let's wrap it up on there. Book in that session with Nigel. That's really nice of you.
On
Thank
the
you
turbo,
so much.
or did you say wrap it up here?
I think let's cap it off here, and then next time let's start it off with the turbo.
Okay, great. Excellent. All right. The way I like to cap it is to bless out. So we have each being do a blessing out. And the last being that speaks is the angel, T. So who goes first, Angel T? You get to call them. I call, just say, I call blah, blah, whoever that is.
I call the great Agasha.
To bless,
Thank you.
blessing. Go ahead.
Thank you, Angel T. I hope everyone has a great few days, weeks until we next see each other. And that we breathe and we connect with the moment.
Amen.
Thank you.
Beep. Okay, who's next? You get to call him, Angel.
I call Nigel.
I give thanks for the gathering of the greats and the activation of the greats, especially Angel Andrea, Great Agasha, Great Zach, and Angel T. I'm grateful for our reunion. Feels like a familiar family from times gone by. And I'm looking forward for our continued reconnection so that we become familiar with each other's superpowers again and begin our activation movement, disrupting all limiting normality and getting paid handsomely. And so it is.
Thank you, Nigel.
Oh.
I call Andrea. Angel Andrea.
Thanks, Angel Tanya, Zach, Nigel, and Great Agasha. Thanks for your presence and support. It was really fantastic. And watch out for the virus words and see you again.
Yes. Thank you.
Andrea. Beware. I call Zach.
Zach.
I am incredibly grateful for this experience, and it's touched my heart, and I know it's touched your hearts as well, guys. And I want my wish is that you take this feeling with you into the rest of today, this week, this month, this year, and you let this ripple out, and that we keep reminding each other, reminding yourself, reminding each other of how we can be in this state of, and in this vibration every single day. We're allowed to, we're able to, we deserve it. You're worthy. And I look forward to reuniting with you guys very soon.
Thank you, Zach. Amanda.
I hope.
So as the Angel T, you get to bless us out finally.
Yeah. I give thanks for everyone's importance. I give thanks for our remembering, our reconnection, our reunion. I give thanks for the celebration that we can feel in the knowing that we can all become our pure potential.
Return to our pure potential.
Return.
Return.
Thank you, Nigel.
It's a return.
The return.
Yes, we are our pure potential. We've just been off the grid for a little bit. Back. We're back.
We're back, baby.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Nigel. Thank you,
All right.
Greatness team.
Thanks,
And,
everyone. Coming out.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.
All right.
Thank you.
Ciao.